Welcome to Speaking with Minho. Speaking Part 1. Do you enjoy shopping? Yes, I do. Though I'm not a shopaholic, I still enjoy the activity itself so much. I have a taste for wandering around shopping malls and doing some window shopping. Whenever I walk into a grocery store, it's the instant feeling of freshness that always excites me. How often do you go shopping? I suppose on a monthly basis. But usually, I don't plan ahead. Sometimes, I'm an impulse shopper, and it's quite compulsive. I don't usually try to keep abreast of the latest fashion, but whenever I have my eye on an item, I buy it without a second thought. Do you like shopping? Well, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of shopping, but I do enjoy it from time to time. If it's something like browsing through a bookstore or finding unique items at a market, I find that quite enjoyable. However, when it comes to everyday errands like grocery shopping, it feels more like a chore. Overall, my feelings about shopping depend on what I'm shopping for. What's your favorite shop? My favorite shop would have to be a local bookstore. I love the atmosphere there. It's cozy, quiet, and filled with endless possibilities in the form of books. There's something special about discovering new reads or finding a rare book in a corner. Plus, it's a great place to relax and unwind. Are there any shops near your house? Yes, there are several shops near my house, including a supermarket, a pharmacy, and a few small boutiques. It's quite convenient to have these places within walking distance for everyday needs. The variety of shops also means I don't have to travel far for most things I need. It's really nice to have everything so close by. What kinds of shops are there where you live? Where I live, there's a good mix of shops. We have supermarkets, clothing stores, electronics shops, and a few specialty boutiques. There are also some nice cafes and restaurants, which add to the area's charm. It's a pretty well-rounded neighborhood, so I don't usually need to go far to find what I'm looking for. Do you like going to a supermarket or a store? I prefer going to a store over a supermarket, mainly because it feels more personal and less hectic. Supermarkets can be overwhelming with their large crowds and endless aisles. In contrast, a smaller store often has a more relaxed atmosphere, and you can often get more personalized service. That being said, supermarkets are great when you need to get a lot of things in one go. Is it difficult for you to make choices when you shop? Sometimes it is, especially when there are too many options. If I'm shopping for something specific, it's easier, but if I'm just browsing, I can get a bit overwhelmed. I try to avoid impulse buys, so I often leave the store to think about it and return if I'm still interested. This approach helps me avoid buyer's remorse. Do you think expensive products are always better than cheaper ones? Not necessarily. While sometimes higher prices reflect better quality, that's not always the case. I think it's important to look at the overall value, quality, durability, and how well it meets my needs. Often, you can find reasonably priced items that perform just as well, if not better, than their expensive counterparts. How do you feel about shopping in general? In general, I have a fairly neutral feeling about shopping. I enjoy it when it's for something I'm excited about, like a new book or a special gift. But when it comes to routine shopping, like groceries, it feels more like a task that needs to be done. I try to keep it efficient so it doesn't take up too much of my time. What was the last thing you bought? The last thing I bought was a pair of running shoes. I needed them for my workouts, and after doing some research, I found a good deal online. They arrived a few days ago, and I'm really happy with the purchase. They're comfortable and provide great support during my runs. Do you prefer shopping online or going to actual stores? I prefer a mix of both, depending on what I'm buying. Online shopping is convenient for items I already know well, or when I'm looking for a specific product. However, for clothing or anything I want to see and feel before buying, I prefer going to actual stores. It's nice to try things on and get a better sense of the quality in person. How do you feel when you can't find what you want to buy? It can be a bit frustrating when I can't find what I want to buy. I usually start by checking different stores or looking online, but if it's still not available, I might consider alternatives. Sometimes, not finding what I want leads me to discover something even better. So, while it's annoying at first, it often works out in the end. Do you think people are spending more money on shopping nowadays compared to the past? Yes, I do think people are spending more money on shopping nowadays. With the rise of online shopping and the constant exposure to advertisements, it's easier than ever to make impulse purchases. Additionally, lifestyle changes and the availability of credit make it more common for people to spend beyond their means. It's a trend that reflects our consumer-driven society. Do you prefer shopping alone or with others? I generally prefer shopping alone because it allows me to focus and make decisions at my own pace. When I'm by myself, I can be more efficient and deliberate with my choices. However, shopping with others can be fun when it's a social activity, like picking out gifts or trying on clothes. It just depends on the situation. Did you ever make an internet purchase? Yes, I frequently make internet purchases. It's convenient, especially for items that aren't available locally or when I want to compare prices. I appreciate the wide variety of products and the ease of shopping from home. Plus, the reviews and detailed descriptions help me make more informed decisions. Do you think men and women have different opinions about shopping? Yes, men and women often have different opinions about shopping. But of course, it varies by individual. Generally, women might view shopping as a more social or leisurely activity, while men might approach it more pragmatically, focusing on efficiency and necessity. However, these differences are becoming less pronounced, as shopping habits are influenced more by personal preferences than gender. What are some of the reasons shopping has become widespread appeal? Shopping has widespread appeal because it's both a necessity and a form of entertainment. The variety of products, the convenience of online shopping, and the constant innovation in fashion and technology keep people interested. Additionally, shopping is often linked to social status and personal expression, making it a significant part of modern life. Marketing and advertising also play a big role in maintaining its appeal. Is shopping a leisure activity? Yes, for many people, shopping is definitely a leisure activity. It's a way to relax, explore new trends, and enjoy some time away from daily responsibilities. Whether it's window shopping, trying on clothes, or just browsing in a bookstore, the experience can be quite enjoyable. It's a chance to unwind and indulge in some self-care. Do you spend a lot of money on luxury items? I don't typically spend a lot of money on luxury items. I prefer to focus on value and practicality rather than brand names or status symbols. However, I do believe in investing in a few high-quality pieces that will last a long time. Occasionally, I might splurge on something special, but it's not a regular habit. Do you prefer to go shopping in the shopping mall or on the street market? I enjoy both, but I'd say I slightly prefer street markets for their unique and often authentic atmosphere. Street markets offer a variety of one-of-a-kind items and a chance to discover local artisans and products. Shopping malls, on the other hand, are convenient for finding a wide range of stores in one place. It really depends on what I'm looking for and the experience I want to have. Part 2. The shopping center I often go to is the Vincom Center located in Ho Chi Minh City. This shopping center is located in the heart of the city, making it easily accessible by various modes of transportation. I visit the Vincom Center about once a month, either to buy something I need or simply to relax and enjoy the atmosphere. The shopping center is quite large, with several floors and a vast variety of shops and services available. The first floor is typically devoted to fashion and clothing stores, while the second floor is often home to electronics, home appliances, and bookstores. There are also many restaurants, cafes, and fast food chains located throughout the shopping center, making it easy to grab a bite to eat while shopping. The Vincom Center has a modern, sleek design with a lot of natural light. The interior is well maintained and clean, and there are plenty of seating areas available for shoppers to rest and relax. There are also large screens displaying advertisements and information about the latest products and sales, adding to the dynamic atmosphere of the shopping center. I often go to the Vincom Center because it is a convenient one-stop shop for everything I need. The shopping center has a great selection of both local and international brands, and I can usually find what I am looking for at a reasonable price. Additionally, the shopping center is a great place to meet friends and spend time, as there are always plenty of things to do and see. Whether I am shopping, eating, or just enjoying the atmosphere, I always have a great time at the Vincom Center. Describe a website you have bought something from. Well, to tell you the truth, I am not quite a shopaholic. Therefore, browsing endless shopping websites is not my cup of tea. However, there is this one website that I visit pretty often whenever I feel an overwhelming urge to search for something. That is Oopsie Studio. It is pretty popular among youngsters in my country. It provides tons of options to satisfy customers' preferences. Although I am not a big fan of online shopping, I have made some purchases on this website before, and to be honest, I have mixed feelings about my experiences with it. I used to purchase a few shirts from this website during the pandemic, when everything was out of reach, even going shopping for a shirt. Therefore, I got lost in this paradise of uniquely designed shirts for customers my age. After browsing hundreds of different designs, I finally got my eyes on this shirt, which had a cute logo of Mr. Bean's teddy bear in front of it. I immediately put it in my virtual shopping cart, but before I could complete a series of confirmations and transactions to make it mine, it was sold out. I was down in the dumps. As a consequence, I had to pick a new one, and it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It is still my favorite shirt now, as it makes me feel comfortable in my own skin. The fabric is of good quality and is the perfect length for my liking. Speaking of my past experiences with the website, they varied from time to time. On the one hand, there is one outstanding remark that I really love about this website, that it has a clear interface, making it easier and more convenient for customers, especially first-timers, to explore and enjoy its products. On the other hand, the system is not so professionally designed that it breaks down easily, causing discomfort for customers while using it. Speaking part 3, tell me pros and cons of online shopping? When it comes to the benefits of shopping on the internet, I think we can get more inexpensive deals than buying at brick-and-mortar stores because items usually come to us directly from manufacturers without middlemen involved. Besides, shopping online helps us save a great deal of time and energy as we don't waste time hitting stores or making a bargain. Moreover, online stores are usually high on inventory, so they can offer a far greater selection of colors and sizes. In other words, there is a wider range of options for us to purchase. However, online shopping brings several great drawbacks. First, we don't have the experience of actually seeing and touching the item that we consider buying. For example, we can't try on clothes to see whether it looks good on us or not. So, it might not live up to our expectations. Second, the risk of fraud is quite high when buying stuff on the internet. Sellers might send an item that doesn't look like the one in the pictures or description. So what risks would you take when shopping online? Why? Shopping online can involve certain risks. Firstly, there is the risk of financial loss, as your payment information can be easily stolen by hackers if the website does not have proper security measures in place. Secondly, personal identity theft can occur if your personal information is revealed or leaked. Finally, a lack of consumer protection can make it difficult to get a refund for goods delivered late or not at all. Will large shopping malls continue to be popular despite the growth of internet shopping? Frankly speaking, shopping malls have been going through hard times since the increasing popularity of online retailing. However, I personally think that this should not be declared a death sentence for physical stores. Rather, it should be an opportunity for them to evolve. Malls should consider integrating themselves back into city dwellers' lives to serve the need for window shopping, or just as a place to unwind at weekends. Additionally, they could shift their focus to families with children, investing in recreational places for children while parents browse the shops.